Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a couple of products that I picked up from Charlotte Tilbury. I finally got my hands on the Airbrush Bronzer in tan, and I also picked up the Desert Haze eyeshadow palette. So if you'd like to find out more about those products, then just keep watching. Girl. So this is definitely a case of YouTube made me buy it. So I went to Sephora's website and I was thinking about buying the bronzer there. I had it in my cart and by the next day it was sold out. I actually had a discount for 15% off because I no longer work at Sephora. I had a discount that I could use that weekend and then it sold out. So I went to Charlotte's website. I wasn't on her mailing list, so I signed up and I saved 10% at Charlotte Tilbury's website, and I got a free product as well. Sometimes there's some benefit to purchasing from the brand. It came shipped like this. It was nice and pretty before I opened it. I unboxed it on my Snapchat story and then I forgot to save the story, so it's in Snapchat heaven. I love that when you purchase from a high-end brand that the packaging is usually really pretty, and tissue paper and the little label. I like that experience. I'm actually testing out some other products, and I tested out some cream contour products as well. So I have that on foundation, powder, and my cream contour products. And that's it. So I'm gonna test out the eyeshadow palette first and then I will do the bronzer. And I decided today not to have my larger lights in here, hoping that that would help you guys be able to see the true color of the product. So this is the little teeny tiny expensive Desert Haze palette. It is all mattes. When I watched Kelsey Brianna J, I loved the eyeshadow look that she created, and she was the person who compared this to Coco Mirage, and there seemed to be some similarities between this and Coco Mirage, and I wasn't able to get Coco Mirage, the Tom Ford palette that's been discontinued, so that's why I decided to pick this up. Notice that I finally got my nails done. This is what the palette looks like. I have decoded the secret to mesmerizing eyes in an easy to use application ritual. Okay, so I'm going to prime my lids with Anastasia, and literally that's all you need is that little bitty dot. So I'm gonna just, oh my gosh, they feel so creamy. I'm gonna swatch them so that will give me an idea of how to use the colors as well. Wow, these are super creamy. There we go. So this is all 4 shades swatched. Beautiful. I'm gonna take this Wayne Goss brush and I'm gonna go into the prime color that she talked about. And I'm just gonna sweep this all over the transition area. Oh, actually, this is actually much darker than I thought it would be on the lid. It's actually a perfect transition shade. Wow. And let's zoom in. This seems like it would be so easy to lose. I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna dip into the next deepest shade over here. And this is just a blending brush from Wayne Goss. And I'm just going to, ooh, I just had a feeling. I tapped off excess too. Ooh, wow. I'm going in more in the crease area. I'm trying to keep it a little lower than the first shade. These don't require very much blending at all. And I'm trying to like concentrate more in the outer part of my crease and then just drag it over so that it leaves it a little more open. I like it. I'm kind of blown away by how quickly these are blending. I'm gonna switch over to my worker 2. I'm using my little color switch because I can't remember. I don't think I washed these since the last time. I'm gonna go into this next deepest shade. This is such a beautiful palette. If you like matte eyeshadows, you're gonna like this. And I'm gonna go back to the original brush and just kind of blend with no additional product, just to blend those together. And I'm gonna go back into my original shade, to my transition shade. And now for the other side. Okay, so I'm loving this so far. Now we're gonna take the darkest shade using, this is the Worker Pro. We're gonna keep it in the outer corner. And just drag it over a little. So this is what we look like right now. And I feel like I'm gonna maybe add a little more of the orange, sort of terracotta shade right here. Just very lightly. I don't have a shimmer, so I'm going to just take the lighter shade here and put that on my mobile lid, and I will blend it in a moment. I'm gonna clean that up in a second, but let me do the other eye. So I kind of cleaned it up and just tried to define it a little bit more. Let's see, we're just gonna smudge some of these shades under the lash line. Let's just start with the little terracotta color. We'll use this little fluffier brush. I'm just gonna keep it in the outer corner for now. All right, now let's go in. I'm using this little Sigma smudger for the deeper color. And let's just do this deeper one in the outer corner. Promising. All right, we're gonna take some powder. We're gonna clean up with a little powder here. That was a very good experience. Those were some outstanding matte eyeshadows. I'm not sure if her other quads that have like the shimmers and the mattes, I wonder if the mattes are the same. But those were amazing. I think they're really, really pretty. I'm gonna do a little bit more blending. I think I need to blend a little bit more here, but they're just pretty. These are beautiful. Even if you don't love an all matte eyeshadow look, these would be great just to accompany another palette. So they're just beautiful transition crease colors, defining colors. I'm gonna dust this off and put on my liner and lashes, and we'll move on to the bronzer. So now we're ready for bronzer. I mean, I was expecting it to be big, so at least I'm not super surprised, because that was all everyone talked about, was that it was large in size. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, and so you have the mirror and this beautiful pan, and there is 0.56 ounces of product in here. Pretty large. I don't have another bronzer in front of me right now, but I'm guessing this is more than what is normally in a bronzer. I'm gonna go in with my Tom Ford brush. This one is Animal, and I actually think it's clean. I haven't used it since I washed it. This was before they went to synthetic, so here we go. I'm excited. Okay, we picked up that much. Oh yes. This was definitely the right color for me. Yes. I was really concerned about whether this was gonna be deep enough. I felt like it would be, but I wasn't sure. Perfect. Yay, Charlotte. Bronzer. No bronzer. But look at this. This is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette right here. You see that highlighter? Oh my gosh. Let's go in with the Chikuhodo cheek brush. So let's try it. Oh yeah. Beautifully airbrushed, soft. Oh, I love it. I'll clean it up in a moment. But let's continue. So we'll just do this side. I like. I'm gonna just do it over here. Use the same brush. Loving that. I'm just gonna contour my nose with this bronzer because I don't have anything over here. Oh wow. That's nice. I'm gonna buff this out to eliminate any harsh lines that I may have. You don't have to use very much at all. So let's just clean it up a little. Let's take our Surratt brush and just dust that off. Complete the rest of my look and I'll be back. Maybe? I'll complete the rest of my look and I'll be back. So right now I am wearing, oh, it feels so good. It's been so long. So I have on Charlotte Tilbury's Bitch Perfect. It's a really pinky nude, nice, beautiful color. And I have it on with her lip liner, Foxy Brown. And I have this one that I'm still trying to use up. I do have a new one that I purchased a while ago and I haven't opened it yet, but that's what's on my lips. But I did receive a lip product that was free. Collagen lip bath, and I received it free with my order. So let's try this on top of the lipstick. I did test this out. I did put it on my lips, but I didn't have anything else on. And this is what it looks like. So let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, and it's got this unique wand that's sort of heart-shaped. Collagen enhanced lip plumping effect. I'm having to wrestle with it to get it out. Like it doesn't come out easily. The lip gloss is nice though, but the purpose of this wand, not getting it. I'm feeling a little tingle, but it's very minimal. Very, very minimal. We're gonna put on the setting spray and then we'll talk about this. I don't know, guys. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. All right, I turned down my ring light just a little bit, hoping that you'll be able to see the makeup a little better. I did go back and highlight my inner tear duct with the Jouer mini highlight that I have here. The Skinny Dip, I believe is what this one is called. I think it's Skinny Dip. But that's what's in my inner tear duct. So let's talk about these products. I love this eyeshadow palette. I mean, it's a very simple eyeshadow look. And I would think that most of the time when you're using this, there will be simple eyeshadow looks. It's not like a lot you can do with 4 eyeshadows. Really happy that this is the one I chose to get. I love all of the shades in this palette. I can imagine me creating daily eyeshadow looks if I'm going with a matte look. Using this palette for sure. They are all up my alley, which is the reason I picked it up. They're perfect for me. They are definitely brown girl friendly. and I love these earthy colors. These are all my jam, all my jam. There are times with other palettes when I will grab like colors like these two over here whenever I am just sweeping a color all over my lid and just doing one color. I'll just sweep it everywhere and move on to the next thing. That's what I'll do if I'm going to work and I don't have time to do a full beat. I'll do something like that, so I can see myself using this for that purpose. I think this will be travel friendly, so I would definitely use it for that. And I would use this as a companion palette for other palettes that do not have a transition or crease color that works for me. So I know that I'm going to keep this on my vanity because there are a couple of palettes over there right now where I don't really love the transition and crease colors. So I will definitely be reaching for this to serve that purpose. The quality of these shadows is amazing. It definitely has that high-end feel. I just recently purchased a Tom Ford eyeshadow palette, and it is different than some of your other mid-range eyeshadow palettes. I think that your high-end eyeshadows just kind of sweep very easily all over your lid with very minimal effort. So it does have a different feel. You get a little bit of kickback in the pan, but nothing like some other brands that I will not name. So you don't get a whole lot of like kick up when you're dipping your brush in there, but it's not to the point where it's so stiff that you get no color payoff. Like you get very good color payoff. They're pigmented, but so soft and easy to blend. Very easy to blend. I just kept kind of touching mine up and making adjustments just because I wanted to, but I did not have to. This is the perfect palette for a person who's on the go and wants to put their eyeshadow on in a hurry. Something like this would be perfect. So I think this is a very good palette. It is expensive. I think this was it $53? It was expensive for 4 little eyeshadows, but because I had not tried her eyeshadow formula before, I wanted to try it. I won't say that I'm gonna go purchase a ton of her eyeshadow quads because they are so pricey. It would just have to speak to me in order for me to keep buying others, but I did want to try at least one. So this is really, really pretty. Loving this. I like the lip gloss. It was sent to me free. I will use it. Just look at how it kind of, I have to pull in order to get it out, and I guess that's helpful. It keeps you from getting too much product maybe. I don't know that I like that. I can imagine me pulling it too hard and slinging the product across the room. That's what I can imagine. And as far as plumping, it was very, very minimal plumping sensation. Like I have other plumping glosses that I can feel the tingle a little bit better than this. If you had not told me that it was a plumping, if I read that it was supposed to kind of plump, I would never have thought it was a plumping gloss just based on how it feels. It's just a little teeny tingle, but it looks pretty. This is a peach shade, and I can't read everything that it says here on the bottom, so I'll link it down below if you guys are interested in it. All right, guys, the bronzer. First, let me say the packaging is amazing. I'm sure everyone has said that. It's just like I thought. I really felt like this would be the shade for me, and one of the reasons I wanted to purchase it, I did like the airbrush powder. It's not my favorite powder because I think I get more oily during the day when I use that setting powder, but I did used to use it all the time, and I did hit pan on it, but I didn't repurchase it just because I felt like I got oilier, but I loved the soft texture of it and the airbrush finish, so I did want to try it in the bronzer. One of the reasons that I wanted to try this out for you all is I figured there were people who were my complexion that were torn between the tan and the deeper shade. I took a chance and went with this shade hoping that it would be deep enough, and it is, and I wanted to get this video up for you guys so that you could see whether it will work for you if you were my complexion. So this is definitely deep enough, and I think that a person who's a few shades deeper than me could actually use this bronzer. I am the bronzer queen. I love bronzers. I have a lot of videos here on my channel about bronzer. I actually love the color of this one. It is just the perfect amount of earthiness and red, but without being super red and without being too neutral. It's a perfect warm bronzer. It's just the perfect shade. My favorite bronzer is the Ipanema Sun by Becca, and it doesn't take the place of that one, but it certainly has bumped a few down a notch other than that one. Like, that's still my #1 bronzer, but this one, I love how this is looking on my skin, and will certainly move this one closer to the top of my list, like top 5. Like, I'm loving this. I did put on like an orange cheek. I used my Spice Market palette. I wanted to try out that orange again. I hadn't worn that in a while. So that's what's right here on my cheek. But everything else is basically this bronzer, and I'm loving it. Those are my two. I mean, I can't believe I spent over $100 on just those 2 products from Charlotte Tilbury. That tells you that the price. My God, Charlotte. I mean, you get what you pay for, though. All right, everyone. So that concludes my video for today, and I hope that you all have enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts on the eyeshadow palette as well as the bronzer. Did you like the video today? Did you like how everything looked on me? And if you have them, please tell me your thoughts. Do you like it? What shade did you end up purchasing as far as the bronzer? Do you have a different eyeshadow quad that I need to check out? Let's get a discussion going in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Again, leave a comment down below or any questions. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next one. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.